Hello and welcome to Esh's Lab. I am Esh, using the Feed the Beast Monster mod pack. Welcome back to the laboratory in the greenhouse, the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Are you ready to die? Never mind. Okay, so outdated references aside, we're back in the greenhouse because today I have plans. Okay, so I've tried to record a few episodes before now. That's why I haven't had a new episode of this in a few days. I wanted to have one up yesterday, didn't happen, so I had to put up a Sims instead. But I do have this, okay? I do have this thing. I've got a new epic to-do list, and if you're wondering why I have such a clean inventory, whereas I always have a apocalypse of an inventory in here, just cataclysmically filled up with bullshit at all times. If you're wondering why that is, it's because I managed to corrupt the world by doohickying it up. Actually, I just right-clicked on a tesseract to set it up, and it just crashed the game, corrupted the game, the world, and I had to fix it, which meant I got everything in the world back just fine, but my inventory was cleared. So that's the downside. I did lose quite a few good things, but I managed to get a new Invar battle wrench. I got another pick that I just had laying around, and then this is the stuff that I've been gathering in passing since coming back. And I did lose the to-do list, so we now have a fresh to-do list of cool stuff. So die wall, I'll go over that in a second. That's what we're going to be working towards today. Add reactor turbine, meaning we go to our big reactor that we built a few episodes ago and add a turbine to it. It's a big project. It will give us a ton more power though. Finish 4 auto farms. That means this one, and this one will be automated just like this one. And that's where we left off last time, I believe. We had just built the machines capable of making this farm automatic. And then in between then and now, I tried to record it, but it didn't happen for various reasons. I have now automated this thing with a planter and a harvester, and I want to do that with all 4 plots. So we have 3 more to go, and we'll start one today actually. Make power armor. That sounds like a good idea. Automate the fish oil in the mariculture building. Continue magical crops, and I'll actually shorten this. Continue magical crops. Meaning we'll just continue with our automated farm. It should go by faster. Moonstone caps on our Ars Magica 2 thingy. Meaning we have, I can't remember if we have lapis or redstone caps right now on them, but we have a lot of moonstone. I say we have a lot. We have some moonstone, and it would be nice to upgrade it to moonstone. It's like the 2nd or 3rd best material you can make the caps, the little corners out of. So if I go downstairs and lag a little bit, you can see the setup. So we have a planter beneath the farm. It's successfully replanting seeds that it gets. As you can see, we have a ton of coal seeds, but it seems like those are the only seeds that are actually multiplying over time. Meaning that like we have redstone seeds in there, but only as many as I put in there to begin with. They're not like cultivating more and more seeds as time goes on. And I've left this thing going for probably a cumulative about 7 or 8 hours. And we have a lot of redstone, but it's not, we should have way more because it should be planting about 18 plants of redstone, but instead we have like 6 or 7 because it's not getting any seeds from them. It's same with essence seeds. And that's a problem with Mine Factory Reloaded. I believe it's because Mine Factory Reloaded doesn't really love magical crops, so it's a hit or miss in terms of whether it works. But I'll let you guys know what we're doing here. This is the power line. It powers both the planter and the harvesters coming from our tesseract over there. Then we have this item duct running from the harvester, so it harvests seeds and the various other things that these plants are dropping, and it goes through here. And now it'll see if this thing can hold only seeds, so it will recognize that, and it will pull the seeds out of the pipe and pull them up into the planter, and everything else will keep going and into our yield chest. And as you can see, we have a bunch of cotton, which is great, and a bunch of coal essence and a decent amount of redstone essence as well. So there's that. Now I want to make some more redstone seeds, and I should probably add that. More redstone seeds. And unfortunately, we're just going to have to keep making these manually since the machine will not give us any extra seeds. And I guess we're going to have to do more essence seeds too, even though I'm probably just going to replace the essence portion, this section over here, with another redstone portion. And for whatever reason, I keep filling this bit up with these, but it keeps resetting this for some reason. I'm sure it's all a part of Magical Crops and Mine Factory Reloaded not really loving each other. So it has the problem of sometimes it'll give you the wrong stuff. So maybe the problem is it's giving us coal seeds for redstone or something like that. Could be anything like that. But as you can see, this is the whole section here should be filled with redstone. Over an 8-hour period, definitely. We should have a ton of redstone seeds. But we don't. So there's that. What else? Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to work towards our die wall, which I'll show you now what that means. Boom, look at this. So I've started this wall of barrels, and actually I'm probably going to move them up one row so they're lined here so that I can put pipes behind them so that I can automatically just put a chest full of dye and it'll just put them all in the designated barrels after I put one in there. And we need a lot of wood to make more barrels. It just takes a ton of wood to make them. It takes, I don't know, like 7 logs, 1 plank, and a chest to make 1 barrel. That doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. It is a lot. Especially, it takes like 8. You know, it's a bunch of wood. And wood is one of the things that we didn't have a lot of. Just to make these, I've had to go out and cut down a bunch of trees. And I decided, you know what? Why do that when I can just make another harvesting farm over here of oak trees? So what I need is oak saplings, which I think we should have some of somewhere. We just got to find them. 3 oak saplings should be enough to start the farm. That way, with this, it's a standard Minecraft plant, so it should be super fast in terms of getting more and more saplings from each tree. We should have, I'd imagine, enough to fill it up within a few passes. So there's that. And I did have more, but of course, stuff happens. Actually, might have some more. If this was not a rainbow forest, I'd have a ton of saplings in here. But it is. Look at all this. So I basically just was like, you know what? I need some wood. I'm gonna go ahead and just cheaply set this harvester up outside with a tesseract and just cut down some trees. So I cut down a bunch of rainbow trees and stuff. It's really cool to watch. Maybe not the most efficient thing. You know, maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? I don't. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this inside because we need it. And we're going to move this somewhere else. There we go. And I'll leave this chest out here for now. We'll move it inside with the dollies later. Speaking of moving chests inside, I've cleared the chest out for the most part. There's still this one, which I'm not sure. I think I might move this upstairs to the top floor. It has various things in here, including some dyes, which will go on the dye wall, and some various other building materials, which go upstairs. And this chest over here has Tinker's Construct stuff. What the hell? I haven't heard a slime anywhere in forever. This is like where the fucking this is where the boarded up mine is. Wow, that's gonna be terrible. I'm gonna have to dig in there and kill that thing later. Okay, so let's go inside. We need one thing. Oh, lagged. Okay, we need one thing. We need someone to massage our lower back. No, that'd be weird. What we need is a planter to plant the trees. We already have an extra harvester that I built to cut down trees because I'm lazy. And now we just need the planter to plant the trees back in. Boom. Shaka motherfucking laka. So I have placed a bunch of shit in the computer now. And I've upgraded it so that there's 4. I don't know, actually. I thought I had 6 in here. I thought I upgraded it from 4 to 6. And maybe the computer, or maybe it reset when it crashed, but maybe I put in 2 to add to the 4. I don't remember. All I know is we've got enough room probably to fill it with a lot of other stuff. And I'm actually going to put this scaffold in there and this uranium. Actually, I'm going to leave the uranium because uranium ore in this mod pack actually turns into yellorium, which is what we need more of if you pulverize it. So I'm going to set this up in the pulverizer, let it go through. It'll pulverize, turn into yellorium dust, and immediately get pumped over here to cook into yellorium ingots, which we have some updates for the big reactor too in terms of working towards the turbine. The turbine machinery, pretty much all the recipes for the turbine parts has at least one cyanide bar, which, as we've discussed, is a byproduct of running your big reactor. It costs yellorium, but it also produces cyanide. So I've got a pipe now pumping out of this this access port. It's an output port now, and I have it pumping through this item duct and storing in here. So we have a little over a stack of cyanide ingots that I got by leaving this thing on for several hours while I slept. So we have that going, and we've gone through about a little over a stack of yellorium getting that. So it's probably a 1-for-1 thing, I would imagine. A 1 yellorium equals 1 cyanide. So that's easy enough to calculate. So I'm leaving that thing on even though we don't need the power. I'm just leaving it on so it'll produce cyanide so that we can build that sweet, sweet turbine, which will, I don't know, double, quadruple, something really good with our power output by using the heat that the reactor's already producing. Oops, I don't know what's going here. It's going to be using the heat that the reactor is producing to make steam, and then free energy, boom. So we're going to work on that too, probably next session. This session, however, we're going to be working on getting our barrel wall finished. And for that, we need a bunch of wood. So we're making this bad boy. We're making this a wood farm. We're going to make an oak farm. Let's see. What do we need? Planter. Let's see what we need. Okay, so we need a redstone reception coil. We need copper. We need pistons. I wish I could say that we have the plastic sheets, but we don't, because they were in my inventory when the server went down. We do have raw plastic, which should make sheets. Oh yeah, look at that. It makes 4 of them. So we already have the sheets of plastic. Perfect. We need flower pots. How do you make those? Okay, we have that. Should have it. Make sure. Let's make sure we don't have a flower pot. No. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That's a flower pot. Done. What else? Pistons, copper. Let's get the copper out. Two copper. Done. Put this back in. Alright. Now, machine redstone reception coil. Let's make that real fast. We need 2 of these and 1 gold. That should be good. Okay, so we're going to put this here, the copper in the bottom, pistons above the copper, pot on the top, and plastic in the remaining corners. And voila, we now have everything we need. In fact, I'm just going to put the tesseract in the computer, and we probably are going to need some energy conduits. So I'm going to take half of those that we have. We're going to make some more of that. And actually, I forgot that I need to add, I don't know if I have this. Yeah. Redstone ender tanks. What I want to have is 2 tanks, 2 large tanks on B1 here, this floor. Over here maybe we'll move this whole thing and have it like in a different area so we can have more room. But I want a whole tank of redstone and a whole tank of resonant ender to just have all the time, and we can pump them in and out as we see fit of the fluid transposer. That way, whenever I need redstone energy conduit, I don't have to just, you know, actually melt the redstone. I'll have some redstone on hand. But for now, we're going to go with this. We will have to go back and make some more upgrades. I think we need some tin upgrades. I should have made them. You know, should have just made them. But we'll go ahead and set this up first. I'm hoping this thing will... These are supposed to... Now, this may be just in the new versions. And that's probably why we're having such issues with magical crops. But, these are supposed to till the land as well. But so far, this thing isn't tilled land. Like, as soon as you break some dirt by jumping on it, it should re-till it eventually. But it doesn't. It doesn't seem to, anyway. I'm going to have to replace this block with that. Alright, so the other thing we're going to need, and I may just move it from here, is a sprinkler, but we can set it up later. It doesn't have to be there. Alright, so we're going to put the harvester down first. Exactly where the other one is. You know, we could probably move this forward one, too. Like, if I put it right here, and then add another row of brick to this, and then move this down. 1,